Have you ever walked into a room and felt something shift, like the air got a little heavier, even though everyone's smiling? Maybe you've shared good news only to be met with silence, a fake smile, or a comment that doesn't quite sit right. That strange tension you can't explain? That's often jealousy, and the most dangerous kind is the kind that hides behind a smile. I'm a psychology expert, and after years of studying emotional behavior and social dynamics, I can tell you this. People are often jealous of you for reasons that have nothing to do with money or looks. It's about your spirit, your peace, your resilience, and most of the time, you won't even see it coming. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the psychology of secret jealousy, why it happens, how it shows up, and how to protect your light without dimming it for anyone. Section 1. The psychology of hidden jealousy. Jealousy isn't always loud. It doesn't always look like gossip, envy, or confrontation. In fact, the most potent jealousy often wears a mask, polite, friendly, even supportive on the surface. But underneath, there's tension, comparison, and quiet resentment. At its core, jealousy is a mirror. It reflects a person's insecurities back at them. When someone sees something in you, your confidence, your peace, your freedom, they don't always celebrate it. Sometimes it reminds them of what they lack or what they wish they could be. This is especially true for women who have grown into their power. If you're a woman over 50, you've likely faced pain, loss, reinvention. And when you come out of that stronger, calmer, wiser, it unsettles people who are still fighting silent battles within themselves. Your grace under pressure, your refusal to chase validation, your ability to walk into a room with self-respect and no need to prove anything. These qualities seem simple to you, but to someone else, they're everything they wish they had and don't. And because they can't name it or admit it to themselves, that envy turns into subtle behaviors, dismissiveness, passive aggression, quiet competition. You feel it even when they swear they mean well. Jealousy doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Section 2. Silent signs. Someone is jealous of you. Jealousy rarely walks through the front door. It sneaks in quietly through behavior. And once you know the signs, you'll start noticing them everywhere. 1. They downplay your wins. You share something you're proud of, a new job, a personal breakthrough, even a compliment you received, and their response? Lukewarm, maybe a flat, "That's nice," or a quick subject change. Sometimes it's even wrapped in sarcasm. "Must be nice to have that kind of time." Instead of celebrating you, they try to shrink the moment down so it doesn't shine too brightly. 2. They imitate you, then compete with you. At first it seems flattering. They start dressing like you, taking interest in the things you love, even adopting your way of speaking. But then it shifts. Suddenly they're not just inspired, they're trying to outdo you. That's not admiration. That's masked envy. 3. Backhanded compliments. "You look great for your age," or "You're so lucky to have time to take care of yourself. I wish I could." These aren't compliments. They're tiny stabs dressed as praise. Jealousy often speaks in double meanings, and its favorite language is the backhanded compliment. 4. They seem warm in public, cold in private. In a group, they laugh at your jokes and act supportive. But one-on-one, they're distant, dismissive, or subtly competitive. That inconsistency, it's not your imagination. It's the discomfort of someone torn between admiration and resentment. Here's the truth most people don't say out loud. Not everyone who smiles at you is happy for you, and the most dangerous jealousy is the kind that hides behind love, friendship, or family. Section 3. Why you trigger jealousy. Now here's something many women never realize. Jealousy often has nothing to do with what you have. It has everything to do with who you are and how you carry yourself in a world full of insecurity. You might think, why would anyone be jealous of me? I've been through so much. But it's exactly because of what you've been through and how you've risen that people feel it. 1. You have what they secretly crave. It could be peace, confidence, self-respect. Maybe it's your ability to stay calm in chaos or speak up when others stay silent. Whatever it is, it touches a nerve in people who haven't yet found that strength in themselves. They want your light, but they're too afraid to do the inner work to earn it. So instead, they envy it. 2. You don't need validation, and that's power. When you don't seek approval, it unsettles people who live for it. You're not fishing for compliments. You're not bending to fit in. You're simply comfortable being yourself. And for someone who relies on external validation, that's threatening. Because they can't figure out where your strength comes from, they assume you think you're better. But it's not pride, it's peace. And not everyone knows what that feels like. 3. You radiate confidence without arrogance. Especially as a woman in midlife, your quiet confidence speaks volumes. You've earned your wisdom. You face storms. And now you walk with grounded grace. You don't have to prove anything. And that makes you magnetic. But for the insecure, your self-assurance feels like a spotlight on their self-doubt. And instead of facing that, they turn it into resentment. The truth is, your presence alone can be powerful enough to stir jealousy in someone who's still searching for themselves. You don't have to brag. You don't have to try. Just by being you, you trigger what they've buried. Section 4. How to protect your energy. Once you recognize jealousy for what it is, the next step is crucial. Not to confront it, not to fix it, but to protect yourself from it. Because here's the truth. Jealousy is emotional poison. And even when it's subtle, even when it's silent, it still drains you if you allow it into your space. 1. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Some people will try to make you feel guilty for your growth, your peace, or your success. Don't shrink to soothe their discomfort. You weren't born to play small so others could feel tall. You're not arrogant for shining. You're not selfish for being happy. And you don't need to apologize for living a life that reflects your healing. 2. Set boundaries with fake supporters. Not everyone deserves access to your vulnerability, your dreams, or your wins. Pay close attention to how people act when you're doing well, not just when you're struggling, because some only show up when they feel superior. If someone constantly dismisses you, competes with you, or drains your joy, create emotional distance. You don't have to announce it. Just protect your peace quietly, consistently, firmly. 3. Trust the energy, not the words. Words can lie, energy doesn't. If someone says they're happy for you, but you leave every conversation feeling smaller, second-guessing yourself, or emotionally tired, that's your signal. Your nervous system picks up on the things your mind tries to rationalize, and as you grow, your energy becomes sacred. Honor it. Remember, not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some are only written into the earlier pages of your story. Let them stay there, with love but without access. So if you've ever felt invisible tension in a room, sensed a shift in a friend's tone, or questioned whether someone was truly happy for you, you're not imagining it. Sometimes the most powerful version of you, your peace, your confidence, your joy, awakens something uncomfortable in others. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your presence reminds them of everything they haven't healed. But don't let that stop you. Don't dull your sparkle to make someone else feel better in their shadow. Jealousy may be silent, but so is strength. and yours speaks louder than you know. Let them gossip. Let them compete. Let them misunderstand you. Just keep rising. Keep protecting your light. And trust this, the right people will never feel threatened by your growth. They'll be inspired by it. If this message touched something in you, I want to hear about it. Tell me in the comments, have you ever felt someone was secretly jealous of you? How did you handle it? I read every word, and your story might help someone else feel less alone. If this video helped you see things more clearly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a woman who needs this reminder today. Your light deserves to shine, and this space is where it's always welcome.